This hangout on air is live. Yeah, buddy, it's Wednesday. Oh, shit. There we go. I goofed up again. Got one person watching. Welcome, welcome. Howdy, howdy. Oh, they took off. Oh, shit. It ain't like I knew who you was. I guess they must have refreshed the page. I was sitting here with my Mossberg 590. The old, boy, heat shield. Wooden stock. What's it loaded with? I know what it's loaded with. Yeah. A Royal MG stainless steel tip cone slug. Cuts through steel tire rims at 50 yards. Daggone it. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Safety's on. Safety check. I got to replace that safety switch. Thanks to Prepper Action. He said, over on his channel, he said something about these switches being made out of plastic, and by golly, he was right. And I don't like plastic. I'll try to get rid of as much plastic as possible. That's why I got the walnut stock and forearm, and that set cost me something like $85 that I didn't have, but spent it anyway. Uh, got a couple of faded spots over here where I got some animal blood on there, and I guess the amino acids in the blood just ate the finish off in a little spot there and a little spot there, but it's tarnishing up real good. Two watching. Howdy, howdy. Welcome, welcome. Oh, goodness gracious. Get sitting out here in these woods with nothing but a dog for company. You tend to need a little human interaction now and then. Yeah. No way into town to go hobnobbing or catting around chasing females. Troy, you got school tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, it's Wednesday. He's gonna have school tomorrow. But when do you get out for the summer? Oh, yeah, dadgum. Well, dadgum it. Looks like I'm gonna have to work on that damn bar a little bit. Tomorrow's the last day of school for the summer. Well, I was going to take a look at that ammo. Let's see, that's behind. Yeah, that's that 27 pellet, number 4 buck, about the diameter of a 22 caliber projectile. I think I'm going to put that in the chamber instead of that stainless steel slug. Yeah, buddy. No, I was just goofing off with my, well, not goofing off, but checking out this shotgun. Every time I pick it up, I think about the woman that bought it for me. Whoa, I really thought she was a winner. Found out differently. Just because somebody buys you a firearm doesn't make them a person you need to be around. Oh, I set that aside. Oh, Lord. Well, I was kind of hoping that I can get some people on the panel here to visit with. Hopefully. And I'm cooking some chicken over here. I'm gonna have to, gotta wait for the lag to catch up a little bit as I adjust the laptop. There it is. I hear the sound. The skillet that's gone dry. Yeah. Instead of making that bubble, bubble, gurgle, gurgle sound, that's making that sizzling sound. Let's see. Yeah, add a little rice. Rice is always nice. Because it adds a little substance, a little bulk to the meal. This is the only kind of rice that I buy. The only kind of rice that I'll use. Let's see here. I'll put in about one handful. Two handfuls. Maybe about two and a half. Yeah. I got a little story about how how I discovered this brand of rice, or not discovered, but it was suggested to me by a fellow over there in the UK when I was a member of an online chat community. And before someone got into my account, deleted it for me. I did hear that Royal Basmati rice, and no, just because it says Royal on it and it's got the name, got a fancy name on it, does not mean it's expensive, because it ain't. But there it is. That Royal Basmati rice. About $19 for 20 pounds. Yeah, there was a very kind gentleman in the UK that he's a chef. And in that online chat community, he was known by the screen name of Custard because he's a chef. And by golly, I learned a lot from that gentleman. He didn't exactly like Americans at first, for whatever reason, I don't know. But one day he comes into the 30 plus room and he says, and I'm the only one there, and he says, well, there ain't nobody here. Well, I type up in the chat room, well, what do I look like? Chopped liver? I did that. He says, I forget exactly what his reply was, but he began speaking to me. I think it might have been because of the food reference. I don't know. But anyway, I knew he was a chef, and God only knows why I used the food reference. You know, what I look like, chopped liver. But it was with that reference that we began a conversation that forged a friendship. Yeah, and I'm hoping that my friends from that community I've come over here to YouTube because I told everybody about it. Everybody that I dared to. I did not make it public. I sent out private invitations. Asking people to, you're welcome, but please keep it private. The request to come look at my YouTube channel private. A lot of people seem to like me there. Yeah, I miss it. Thinking about creating another profile there, but then again, there's others that just, they just didn't like me because I was too polite, too nice, or something. I don't know. But Custard, buddy, if you're out there somewhere, drop in and say hi to the old mountain man. My name on that site was Mountain King, and I changed that. I had a number out at the end, and it would change every time. Every time I had a birthday roll around. Every time I had a birthday roll around, I'd change the number. That lighting just don't look good, but then again, it never does. I don't know. Troy, are you still out there? If you did you see the worm eating video? Survival food, how to eat an earthworm. Oh, that's boiling and bubbling now. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Get me my coffee and on the double. Uh, a little bit. It's just a little bit cool for coffee. The temperature on that coffee ain't quite right. I had to knock them coffee grounds out of that stainless steel strainer. And I'm about as organized as a 10-year-old kid. Oh, Lord. Let's see here. Poured that off in the stainless steel cup, set it right down on the burner. This here's my own modification to the Coleman Minimax or Coleman Peak 1 stove. I took off the little supports so the cup would sit right down on that hot burner. And that hot burner, the burner itself heats up. Well, of course, that's a given. The burner heats up, transfers the heat from the flame and the burner to the cup, heats things up so much faster. I mean, really, it do. I'm already hearing the sound of that stuff warming up and making little popping sounds. I've shown that in a video or two, explained about it. Some people didn't like it. Other people did. More people liked it than not. Ooh, we got two people watching and two thumbs up. That other person just seemed to lose interest. Sorry about that. Wonder where Alicia is and High Desert Pioneer and Backcountry Preps. Yeah, well, hell, it's Wednesday. I don't know. I hope Alicia's healed up from that. What the heck was it? Tick bite that went bad or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's Wednesday. 22nd. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days till my money hits the bank. Then I draw it out and buy my supplies. I just got to make a list and stick with that damn list. Being on a limited income sucks. I'd rather be having a weekly paycheck. I got to figure out something. Wonder how many people out there would pay to see some instructional videos or entertainment storytelling videos on Patreon. You know, people create things and they get paid for it. You know, $2, $5, or $10 or whatever. I don't know if I could produce anything worth $10. I'm not sure. That's up to all in the opinion of the people. That right there is how that is. It's all in the opinion of the people watching. You got to give a good video description. What's the matter, little bear? You said nowhere panting. Huh? Are you a hot dog? Are you a hot dog? He's a hot dog. He said nowhere panting. Ooh, boy. Yeah, buddy. There's a little bear. What you doing? You smelling the rice bag, the burlap bag that rice is in? Huh? What's doing, buddy? Huh? What's doing? Well, go get him. Go get him. Now you gonna go back there and stand and look. I might need to step out here and bait that other live trap. Got that raccoon in it. Bayou Bandit. How you doing, Bayou Bandit? I got that old. Let's see, Bayou Bandit. I'm not sure, but I think you're subscribed to my channel. If not, welcome, welcome. Oh, I'm doing good, Bayou Bandit. I got myself a nice young yearling raccoon in the live trap outside. And I've been feeding him chicken. Been feeding him chicken and spaghetti and rice and all kinds of good stuff. Yeah, I'd scrolled down through that big long list of people that are subscribed to my channel, and I took a look, and oh, buddy. Yeah, I think I seen Bayou Bandit on there. Now, I'm going to make a how-to video, a survival how-to video for those people out there that got no experience in live trapping and dispatching the animal. It should just take one shot to the head from a 22 or 22 Magnum. I'm going to use 22 Magnum Derringer, and I'll dispatch the animal with a 22 Magnum Derringer at point blank range. I'll prepare him from there on out into a raccoon stew, and I may even do it live on the air. I don't know. I mentioned that in that video where I ate that earthworm, showing people you don't chew them up. Don't do it like old Cub Grills does. Some people call him Bear Grills. I call him Cub. Oh, I know Bayou Bandit. You from Louisiana, by God. You know how to hunt and trap and fish. You've had things to eat that I've not had in a long, long time. Long time. I remember here a while back, Mario Mosen said, "Hey, where's your hat? You just don't look the same without the hat. You got to have the hat." Oh, boy. He said, "Damn, I never seen you that you had on before." But Bayou Bandit, one of these days, these poor city folks they're going to have to know how to do these things. Otherwise, their prepping supplies are going to run out, and then they're going to start killing each other. And they need to know how to hunt and trap and fish. I've got hunting, trapping, and fishing how-to videos planned, and I just want my city brothers and sisters out there to know these things. I need them to know these things so they can survive. They won't be shooting each other or raiding each other over food, water, and such. It's a bad thing when people get a hungry belly. The things that they'll do to fill that belly. The things you think you would never do in a lifetime, in your wildest nightmares, you'd do to put some food in your stomach. Let's see. Bayou Bandit was a tugboat captain on the Mississippi River for 16 years. Got sick, had to have both lower legs amputated. Good God, man. Amputated. Damn. God bless you, Bayou Bandit. I feel for you. My heart goes out to you. Good God, I don't know what I'd do without my legs. Shit, I'd probably get me some damn crutches or whittle me some peg legs or something. I don't know. I'd have to do something. Jeez. Just when you think life is rough, somebody comes along and lets you know your situation just ain't that damn bad. Oh, you got prosthetic legs. Well, I hope that they're comfortable. I've seen folks with prosthetic legs and they have a time trying to deal with it. Bless your heart. God, man, that strikes me right to my core whenever something like that. There's this old saying uh, I didn't know something about a man that didn't have any shoes. He thought he was in a bad position until he met a man who had no feet. He said, I thought I had it bad when I didn't have no shoes, but until I met a man that had no feet. And that's me. I thought, I sit here and I fret about this and fret about that, mostly money matters and such, but and getting along without that coffee, sit there and boil. But yeah, it kind of draws things into perspective. Well, not kind of, but it draws things into perspective real damn quick and in a real realistic, just out there in your face kind of way when you meet somebody that's got it worse off than you do. Damn. Bayou Bandit was in the rehab learning how to walk and balance himself, suffered a heart attack 3 days later, underwent triple bypass surgery. Shit. Bayou Bandit, I say you were a tough hombre. Survive all that and still getting up and getting around. Boy, howdy. Damn. Yeah. I'll tell you about you, Bandit. You got me feeling all kinds of grateful. I still got my health. Physically, got all my parts and pieces, and some of them are a bit damaged, but I've still got everything. Thank God. Ooh-wee. Bang. Well, if you get a hold of some gator tail, yeah, I'd like to have me some gator tail. Maybe some of that flesh off the belly of an alligator. That's some of the most tender eating around. Gators, they can live in things that no other animal can live in. They don't get cancer. They don't get no kind of disease. They just live. And, I figure, man, if I can get enough gator meat in my gut, maybe that'll help. It's kind of like the Native Americans whenever they was still living their life the way it once was. They'd hunt the buffalo. Buffalo would graze on all the grasses and medicinal herbs and everything. Yeah. And then the Indians, the native peoples would eat the meat of the buffalo, and they'd benefit from the animals eating those medicinal herbs because the medicine was in the animal's meat. That same scenario, that same fact can be compared to today's factory raised animals with their antibiotics and their growth hormones. Good God, I've seen kids that looked like they was 20 odd years old, and they were so overdeveloped because of the growth hormones in the beef and the chicken and the pork in the American food supply, that they're just all screwed up. Caused them to have overgrowth. Oh boy. Yeah, put this down here on this little spot close by. So I'm going to be reaching over there, goofing off. Yeah, it's kind of like that, Bayou Bandit. Like people that inject themselves with a small amount of snake venom. There was a man in Florida, Bill Hasty. Now, Bill Hasty had flown all over the world, donated blood, because he was immune to so many different types of snake venom that they could make a universal anti-venom out of his blood to treat people that have been snake bit. Now you look up, let me see here. See if I can open up another tab. Open up blank new tab. Well, I'll wait for that to load. Anyway, I think on his 62nd birthday, Bill Hasty was quoted as saying, Bill Haste or Hasty, he said, I'm 62 and I've been bit 62 times by a cobra. And it was a humorous thing. He said it was humorous to him. He says, I'm 62 years old. I've been bit 62 times by a king cobra. I'm going to be 63 here in the next month or so. Do you think it's time for another cobra bite? Holy Jesus, man. And the bad thing about that snake venom, it caused deterioration of his joints in his body, and it caused it was similar to rheumatoid arthritis, or that arthritis that deforms the joints and the knuckles. Um, and it will do that. Snake venom will destroy tissue, even in small amounts, over a period of time. But Bill, that man, Bill Hasty, his father started injecting the boy with small amounts of snake venom whenever he was just a little kid. And by golly, it it benefited him, but then again, it hurt him. I see that tab's loaded. I'm going to try to find a video of Mr. Haste. Haast. Oh, Haast. Bill Haast. Bill Haast, Snake Man, an American original. Uh huh. That's Bill Haast. And there's these videos been uploaded from 3 years ago, 7 years ago, uh, 1 month ago, 1951, cobra poison or polio cure. Bill Haste or Haast, Serpentarium. Bill Haast with Jack Hanna. Very rare footage. Bill Haast with shocking cobra bite. Now visit the Bill Haast Venomous Snake Center in 1998. Miami man is interviewed in a hospital after being bit by a king cobra. There's not very many videos on Mr. Haste or Haast, however his name's pronounced. But by golly, he is definitely worth a look. The man was a living legend. Yeah, Bill Haas' death. He passed away. And I think that top video there is Bill Haas, Snake Man, an American original. I think that one was about his death. I don't know. Maybe he's still alive. It doesn't say anything. Don't read anything about his death. Huh? Here's a video for you. Some fool. Huh. Watch a snake handling pastor or preacher die from a rattlesnake bite after losing a finger from a snake bite. Yeah, you go around handling snakes, and yeah, if you ain't careful, you're gonna get bit. Never did make no sense to me. People taking one or two little verses out of the Bible and making a whole denomination over it. I've seen that time and time again. It's just not right. Okay. I've let y'all in on that there. The legend of Mr. Haast. He I've known about him since I was a boy. Since I was just a little boy. I was probably old 13, 14 years old whenever I learned about that man. And I said, I said, that man is somebody I would want to meet. I used to kill snakes my own self. And my brother, he commented, whenever me and my younger brother, Roger, was on the phone here the other night. And he says, brother, there's one thing that you used to do that used to just scare the hell out of me. He didn't say scare the hell out of me, but he emphasized it somehow that he would not do it, and he wondered why I did it or something. But I used to take a damn fishing pole. I see them snakes out there in the water when I was fishing, and oh damn. And I was doing this whenever I was 6 years old, on up to the time I left my hometown in Gans, Oklahoma. That's Gans. And if you look about famous people from Gans, Oklahoma, you'll find there's that old boy that used to sing that song, Country Bumpkin. Carl somebody or another. Fuck, I don't know. I don't remember. He's from way back there, way before my time. But I like that song, Country Bumpkin. Sort of it has a sad ending to it. But it's about life, you know. It's just about life. Life, the creation of life, and death. You know, the complete circle. And then there was Big Country, Bryant Reeves, the basketball player who went from being a Gans, Oklahoma Grizzly to a Vancouver Grizzly up there in Vancouver, Canada. I'm jumping here. He went from Gans to OSU, Oklahoma State University Cowboys, on up to Vancouver, Canada, and played for the Vancouver Grizzlies for a long time. He made his money, handled it wisely, bought land, bought houses, had houses built. And, I attribute that to him having good parents that gave him good advice and helped him. And in turn, he helped them. He took care of his mama and his daddy, and he done real well for himself. I grew up with Bryant. His grandma and my grandma had a fence between. It's just an old fence, but it's just no wire fence. But it was between Bryant's grandma's house and my grandma's house. And one day I'm out there chopping down a bunch of old stalky weeds that growed up real tall, and he says, "Hey, Bobby, come over here and play ball with me." I said, "No." He said, "Why?" And I said, "Because you always win." I said, "I swear you'll either be a world-class cherry picker or you're going to be a professional basketball player." I made that prediction when I was just a little kid, too. I wasn't even 10 years old. He's out there, he's shooting hoops every day in that backyard with that old beat up, rat mangled basketball goal. Wooden backboard, like 5 or 6 planks all nailed together on them, and with an old floppy rim, basketball rim, no net. He's out there, he's shooting them baskets. That man is 7 foot tall. He got to bend over. He got to stoop over to walk in most doorways. Bryant Reeves, Big Country. God bless him. He made good with his money. Yeah, he made good. Got out of that town, become somebody. You know, Gans, Oklahoma ain't no place for anybody to try to make a life. No, there ain't no work there except manual labor working for individuals. And if you ain't shy about working, yeah, he's a tall guy at 7 foot. But I'll tell you what, he's one of the most nicest, humble men you ever want to meet. He's he's just an all around good guy. He's even got a Wikipedia page. Bryant Reeves. Have a look. Yeah, buddy. I attended a few church meetings at his daddy's church. Yeah, where his daddy's a pastor. And he's a good man, Carl Reeves. He's a he's a fine, upstanding human being. Yeah, the whole Reeves family, as far as I know, are. I walked in, walked into the what once was the big country diner and taking a look at the prices, and I said, "Lord of mercy, $8 for a hamburger." Uh, I said, "I'm afraid I'm gonna have to come back when I got a couple more dollars in my pocket." Well, Bryant ended up closing that diner down and donating the building to the city. They donated the building to the city so they could have it to do something with it. Might be the new city hall. I don't know. Yeah, I'll say. I recently visited Gans, Oklahoma. Sat there and tried to shoot a full length video of the visit between me and my mentor, Sonny. I got two, it turned out to be two clips. I think one of them's 12 minutes long, the other one's 17 minutes long. But that camera settings is not right, and I'm not real technically into that particular camera. I'm gonna have to get educated a bit more on it, but to figure out how in the world do you get continuous recording with the Sony CyberShot camera? Yeah, I love that camera. That camera is great. It was a gift from Mr. Bruce, right along with his laptop computer. If Mr. Bruce is out there watching, last time you sent me money, sir, you mentioned I mentioned the laptop screen, and you said, well, you're going to have the money to fix it. An emergency came up, and that was not possible, so I'm still using the external display. Um, but I will get that laptop screen, that LCD replaced. I still don't know exactly what happened. I was in a blackout whenever that happened. And that happens with me from time to time. If I'm drinking. Now, I had a few too many shots of Wild Turkey 101, 101 proof, and come home, and I just don't remember exactly what happened, but I do remember powering on that nice computer and hollering, "Oh no!" When I seen that screen. Oh my God, oh no. I freaked out. And whenever I went to yeah, there's a memory card in the camera. Bayou Bandit. It recorded it saved the video clips, but I don't know, is the the memory card and the camera directly related to continuous recording? Do I need to take the card out? Leave the card in? Oh boy. I don't know. Oh Lord. Yep. Okay. Later on, I'll just kind of scoop that off the top. Hello, little bear. What you doing, buddy? What's Wee Bear doing? Huh? What's Wee Bear doing? Oh, hello there, buddy. What you doing, huh? Ooh, you big old baby. Yeah, big old baby. You big old moose. Boy, you ain't starving. Look at that belly. Somebody feeds you real good. Who you figure that is, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, the card helps record longer. Okay. Well, I'll leave it in then. I need to toggle those timestamps. There's three little dots up there at the top of the chat, and you got choice: manage moderators, view participants, pop out chat, toggle timestamps. So I know exactly when that there's Little Bear by you, Bandit. He's as much a part of this channel as I am. You know, when my friend Rusty out there in Colorado made my channel art there on my channel, has got the animated caricature of me, and then it's got a little shadow caricature of Little Bear looking up at me because he's always just right there. You know, Rusty, he was gonna uh, put an Arkansas flag up there. I said, no, no, I'm an American. Little Bear, Bayou Bandit saying howdy from all the way from Louisiana. Louisiana. I got some relatives in Louisiana, and I have some good friends, John and Sheena Leger. Now they got a YouTube channel where John or Jean in the français in français is wait, yeah, Bayou Bandit got a Chihuahua, little man. What do you think about Chihuahuas? Hmm? I asked him what he thought about Chihuahuas, and he started licking his chops. You know he got eaten. No, you're not going to eat no Chihuahua. But Shadow is named Shadow. Got a Chihuahua named Shadow, and it's pure black. But Little Bear, he likes old dogs. He won't fight another dog unless they try to fight him. Little dogs, they can jump up and try to bite him in the face, and all he'll do is bow up and growl at them. I've never seen him actually harm another animal unless I sicked him on the animal, like possums. Don't like possums. Uh, no, I've been known to say the only time I would ever eat a possum if there was no other animals on earth to eat, because I just cannot stand the smell of cleaning one of them things. And they all got a different smell depending on what they've been eating. What they eat directly affects their body odor. And Lord, God heaven help you if that thing's been scavenging on carrion for a couple of weeks, because if it's been eating raw, rotten meat, then it's going to stink like raw, rotten meat. Even if it eats persimmons for a whole week or two, it's going to have a sickening sweet smell. Ugh. Oh, I started setting my coffee way over there again. But yeah, little bear, he's a pretty good dog. How many cigarettes have I had today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cigarettes. No, 7. I've had 7 cigarettes a day, and I roll them kind of thin. Been rolling them thin. Almost out of tobacco again. I'm almost out of tobacco. Nearly out of coffee. I need to get my phone bill paid. Damn money. It's always something with money. That's what happens when you're in a monetarily driven society and you just can't take a item to a trading post and trade for what you need. Now that might be an idea for the Great Reset, as they say. You know, the reset of the United States. Have an old time trading post where you can take your goods or whatever and see if you can do some trading for the things you need. Might be a good idea. I think it'd be an outstanding idea. Of course, it was an idea I come up with, unless somebody else here on YouTube has uploaded a video prior to my saying this. Yeah, everything costs something. So I got a little old business here on YouTube, got a little thing going where I make them fire building kits. Hell, I got one here that's got one ferrocerium fire starting rod I made with a small piece of antler and made it look like bone. Took the potassium permanganate. And you can always tell my treated antler whenever you see the dark end there. It's darkened from the permanganate. It's an oxidizer. Treated it and heat treated it and oil treated it with mineral oil to hold the color. And I've let it set around a while. I even put it out in the weather a little bit. But this one here is up for sale. $45. Of course, a lot of people gonna be saying, "What? $45?" Yeah, takes money to make money. Bayou Bandit got a place down there called Swap Shop where you can trade stuff. Yeah, we need some trading posts and swap shops all over America. That's what we need right now. Start building them things right now. You know, welcome to Mountain Man Survival Outpost and Trading Company. Yeah, survival outpost, survival trading post, and barbecue or something. Offer them some food. Draw them in. Everybody wants to eat. You know, everybody wants to eat. Everybody needs to eat. Say, sorry, we ain't got no store bought chicken, pork, or beef. We got raccoon and squirrel and whatever else I can kill. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that thing I did. I got some sticks of magnesium over there. And yes, I said sticks. They about 3, 4, and 5 feet long. Let's see here. Okay. We pretty much got Priesters toys here. I got 1 inch diameter and 3/4 inch diameter magnesium rod anodes, and I really need to get with my brother on getting some more magnesium. But I generally take, actually I'll use this smaller piece. I'll grab it like that, mark it, and then hacksaw it right there, and you get a 4-inch piece of magnesium that's a hell of a lot better than any of that Coghlan's business or any of that other stuff. You need a file instead of a knife to scrape this stuff into a powder. Because this is 100% pure magnesium. Pound for pound stronger than steel. Yeah, it is, Bayou Bandit, because I know this because I took a piece of old steel rebar and I whopped it against a dead tree stump, and it bent the hell out of that steel rebar. Then it was 3/4 inch diameter, like this here I got in my hand. And then I take a piece of this, same length as a rebar, whopped it against that same dead tree stump, and it didn't bend it, not none at all. And this has got a steel core. This has got like a steel core all the way through. This is scrap from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers on the Arkansas River. It was just sitting in the storage room out on the wharf, and my brother got permission from his captain. He talked to his captain about it, and he said, "Sure, it's just taking up space. Go get it." And well, with that permission and all, he went about the right procedure to get it. And by golly, it sure has been invaluable in helping my business. I can give this to my people that buy from me. I don't charge nothing for it because really you've already paid for it. I don't charge no shipping or handling. It's all included in the price. Uh, and along with my hours of work and other materials and things like that, I've added all that stuff up and just lumped it all together and said, "There it is." And I'll take a bunch of cotton cloth and char that and put it in a little old sandwich bag, Ziploc sandwich bag, stuff it full, as far full as I can get. Leave a little air in there so it doesn't get knocked all to dust whenever it's being mailed to you. But I wrap everything up real good, most generally in a one of them mailers. Sometimes it's a $7.50 mailer. Hey Jeff, how you doing? But anyway, well, who else does that for you? Where else can you buy a ferrocerium rod and get a piece of free top grade magnesium and char cloth? Well, not free. Hell, like I said, it's added into the price. But who else provides that? Who else provides it? Nobody. Nobody but the mountain man. Yeah. Let's see here. I think I got a text. Yes, I did. From Regulator 308. Here, I'll read that text to you. Let's see. Messaging inbox. There we go. I swear, there it is. Regulator 308. He says, Bob, you've outdone yourself. These fire stills are great! Exclamation mark. And thanks for the axe. I'm going to put it in my get home bag. You, sir, do very good work. Thank you. Now, whenever you get a compliment like that from a man like Regulator 308, you've done something. You've done something. I guarantee you. I gave him more than what he ordered, and I generally do that for my customers. Now, Jeff, those pouches, that was just something I had on hand that I sent to you. I sent one to the regulator. I sent one to you, and I think I've got 2 or 3 other sizes left. But I can't go giving pouches away all the time. I do have some not. Now those pouches were also sent to me by Mr. Bruce. I'm glad you love that pouch. You know, it's a Mr. Bruce. I don't know if he made that or what, but I don't know if he made it. Oh, it's a little bit warm in here. I had to take my hat off. All I can say is God bless Mr. Bruce. He helped me through one of the worst winters I've been through. And, thanks to him, I had propane to heat my house, plenty of food to eat. I was able to take care of other things with my disability check. God, I hate to say that. Those words, disability check. Oh my God. Just makes me want to crawl off in a hole and hide. I'd like to be able to say, yeah, I got a job. I'd like to be able to say, I got a job and I'm working and I'm making money and I'm taking care of business. But, I got this fire steel business and it's slow. It's slow. Sometimes it's like some days your silver tips ammo finally came in. Well, Jeff, I'm sorry that I couldn't send you any silver tip hollow points. We won't speak of why exactly, but you know why. There was somebody with an entitlement attitude came into my life and decided that they was going to go into my belongings and that I've had forever and pilfer and take what they wanted. And I said, wow, hell, the damn woman. That's all I'm going to say about it anyway. As far as the identity goes, well, I'm glad you got your silver tips, Jeff. Those Winchester silver tip hollow points are the top grade by God ammo. They're accurate as they can be. The semi-jacketed hollow points, I just can't get those damn things to fly straight. And I'm thinking, I look at them and I see a little dent, a little ding, a little dimple, just from rough treatment. And it's it's okay. They're okay if you can keep those tips protected and keep those semi-jacketed hollow points, the bare lead there. Keep that bare lead protected keep her from getting dinged up. And if the company is a company that's good or outstanding, and they make their projectiles in uniform fashion, I can just hear that old girl now. Now, what else is he blaming me for? Well, I wouldn't be blaming you if you didn't do it, because I don't speak badly of anyone unless I have damn good reason. And that's, know, Jesus, Jesus, Lord Jesus in heaven, that uh, pretenders. She pretended to be a tough girl. She pretended to be like, like there was a shirt that she bought me. Hell, I'm using it for a damn seat cover. Huh. She bought me this shirt to warn off other women. Yeah. Warning, this guy is protected by a smoking hot shield maiden, and I'm not afraid to use her. Yeah, okay. She's so far from being a shield maiden, it ain't even funny. No, no, Bayou Bandit. No, no, no. She took a little but gave a lot. I gotta speak up for her in that aspect. I have to be honest. She she came into my life and she gave a whole lot more than what she took. But I only asked her one thing, please. If you go into the supply room or war room as I call it, uh, and you see something you like or something you want, please tell me so I can resupply. I can restock it. She didn't do that. And that was one of my major gripes. I considered it stealing. She considered it having a right to go. That's an entitlement attitude for you. Regulator, I'm doing great. How the hell are you? I just got through reading your text message, brother, about the fire steels and the axe and all that. Well, Jeff, I'm I just uh, I'm still there. I just don't know what to say. I just want to get a job, something. I gotta have better income. Sales are so slow. Sales and fire still, when you're in sales, some days it's like Ray Hawk. Now, here about 4 years ago, there was a man on YouTube went by the screen name of the Smiley Pirate. And you want to talk about a smart man. This guy got a brain in his head like High Desert Pioneer or a Wall Street analyst or just really, really super intelligent. Thank you, regulator. I was telling people a while ago that getting a compliment from the regulator is one of the best dang things around. If you can get a compliment out of the regulator, well, then you've done something. But what was I saying? Where did I leave off? uh, I interrupt myself and then I lose my train of thought. By golly. Little bear, he's doing good. He's fat and sassy, and he's laying over here panting up a storm. He's just laying over there in the floor. I don't turn that air conditioner on much because it just eats up too much electricity, and that electric bill. Oh God! Last time, well, I've been able to get that electric bill down to $65. Yeah, I've been able to get that electric bill down to $65 by shutting off certain major appliances and features the house has got. Right there at that breaker box. There's a breaker box in between the stove and the washing machine. Thank God for washing machines. But I turn off the washing machine, the dryer, the central heat and air. I turn off the hot water tank. Yeah, his eyes getting better, regulator. His eyes getting a little better. I've not had to take him to the vet. I've been putting this triple antibiotic salve, just that little generic triple antibiotic salve in there, and I think it kind of oiled it up or greased it up a bit to help it slip back down. It's not covering half his eye now. It's pulled down into the corner a little bit better. Uh, Whenever he sleeps a little while and then he wakes up, he yeah, I can kind of see it a little bit from just right down there in the corner. Jeff says we all know you ain't lazy, brother. You good at lots of things. It's not your fault. Well, thank you, Jeff. That's that's a great thing for you to say. It helps. It helps. But but still, I want to be able to get out here and do something productive, where I can get a dang paycheck, a weekly paycheck, and not just sit around here and wait on the first or wait on somebody to place an order for a fire steel. I got them priced. I'm working up a new fire steel kit list for $25. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55 is the prices, are going to be the prices as soon as I get that list. I've remade that list 3 different times, trying to get prices lower every dang time. But it's just one of those things. I've got it down to the bare minimum now. I've shaved off so many. I've shaved off 2 hours worth of money in wages off of the production time, off of the man hours, and I'm just trying. If the prices change, they're going to go down and not up. If I can help it, it all depends on whenever our beloved president ended that, what, 80 or 90 year trade agreement with China. Oh my God, man. My fire steel supplier had my fire steel supplier, some Americans that was living in China, Joe and Karen. They just said we can't sell these things anymore at that low price because of the trade agreement ending. And it was right back up to, I think the last time I looked at their site on eBay, it was $208 for 50 fire steels. You pick the size. $208 for 50 fire steels. And you pick the size. And I'm like, oh my God, I used to be able to get 50 fire steels for $100. And then it's just something that I've got to work around this stuff. I got to figure out solutions, troubleshoot, and do some searching. Yeah, I've been dealing with those folks for years. And I got to thinking about it, and I said, man, you voted for this man. He's trying to do what's good for America. You need to shut up and take that hit to your business and just remember, you got to spend money to make money. Uh, I've not ordered any fire steels since. I've got 45 fire steels of each size, two different sizes, 4 by 3/8 and 5 inch by ½ inch. And plus this one here that I got made up. And it's got a chain link with an adjustment on there and a little what put that cigarette in my mouth backwards. It's got this little clip right there. You fasten it on your belt, fasten it on something, so you don't go misplacing it. Because I heard about this guy that had put his fire steel down on this. What was that show where they took people and put them on an island in Vancouver or up in Canada somewhere? And he builds a fire and he puts his fire steel down and he can't find it after that. Now, whenever you misplace something, don't panic. Panic is the one thing that will kill you, cause you to hurt yourself or make your situation worse. You sit there, take a deep breath. Okay, I misplaced my fire steel. Get yourself some, yeah, that's it, Bayou Bandit Alone. That was the name of the show. Put me on that damn show, by God. Give me a fucking $500,000 or $250,000 to sit out there. Whenever they come to pick me up, I say, why are y'all back so soon? Y'all want to sit down and have some fish or some bear meat? I'm gonna get out there. I'll kill me a bear like Anthony Hopkins did in that movie. Yeah, The Edge, I think it was the name of the movie. Sir Anthony Hopkins. Pardon me. Sir Anthony Hopkins. Yeah, the Queen knighted him. I think that was the name of the show alone. Yeah. Yeah, you put me out there. Time to go already. Time to go already. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Time to go already. Y'all back so soon? Put me out there for a month or 2 or 6 months. You come back and I'll have a big old pot belly. I'll be eating food. I'll be stanky and dirty and scabby looking and beard be all growed out. I might want to stay. I might want to stay there. It'd be so nice. I heard these bears and panthers and all kinds of good food running around. Heard about this one fellow that crawled up inside his shelter and started crying because he thought a bear was going to attack him. I said, shit, get yourself a pair of balls, man. You're on YouTube. You got this badass YouTube name. Makes you sound like some kind of, super badass or something. And then you're crawling up in your shelter and crying because you think a bear's gonna bite you. Huh? Get your ass out there. Piss on that bear. Climb a tree and piss in his eye. At least you'll be able to tell St. Peter you did something brave before you died. Well, at least I got to piss in his eye before he killed me. The bears on that island, I don't know. Are they grizzlies? Are they black bears? I don't know. Grizzly, that's a whole other animal. Grizzlies are a whole other animal. You don't, yeah, you climb. Yeah, how can you tell a grizzly bear from a black bear? Sometimes you can't because of the color. But here's for sure how you know the difference between a grizzly bear and a black bear. You climb a tree, and the black bear will climb it right behind you. The grizzly bear will just knock it down. Polar bears, death viper. Where you been, death viper? I hadn't seen you in over what, a year, 2 years? Holy crap! Polar bears. Now, polar bears, you ain't got no trees to climb with polar bears. You either kill them or they kill you, or you climb back up into the been sick. Oh hell, death viper. You must have been mighty sick. What happened? Oh shit. Got the long face from the doc. Lungs and heart. God damn it. Man, I hate to hear that. Yeah, that's right, Bayou Bandit. That was. It was called The Age. William Baldwin. Damn it, Death Viper. Saltwater crop and alligator. Oh, they are a dramatic difference between crocodiles and alligators. Little bear, you watched that computer. He just bumped that computer. You ought to know better than that by now. I've seen that dog cat foot around things. Rocky. Rocky? Nice to see. Rocky from Searcy, Arkansas? Oh, man. I've seen that dog cat foot around all kinds of things, being careful and everything, and he just walks his sway back self past that computer. Eagle River, Alaska. Ah, man. Now in Ohio. Oh boy, we got 8 watching and 6 thumbs up. I'm in Arkansas, Bayou Bandit. Lemon Drop Kid, how you doing? Lemon Drop Kid 7. 7. I'm in. I lived in Oklahoma most of my life. Been here in Arkansas since 1999. Thank you, Lemon Drop Kid. Appreciate you. 9 watching and 9 thumbs up. Boy, that's a good score. Oh, I'm Bayou Bandit went on vacation to Arkansas once over the North Fork on a big lake. North Fork. There's places in Arkansas I've never heard of just because I've been sitting here on the backside of this here lake for 12 years. There's a place up there in around Mountain Magazine called Cove Lake, and there was something there that gave me a great appreciation for a child that knows how to take instructions. Hell, I was on a camp out with 300 of my closest friends, and this is a story of how a child saved my life. This is a story about how a child saved my life. I got a notification up there in the bell. I don't know what that is. That might be from a new channel I've been commenting on. Who knows? I've put a lot of comments out there in the past few days. Hit the like button on a lot of videos, and believe it or not, people, Google is censoring the likes list, especially when it comes to the political stuff. I'm gonna click on this up here and see what it is. D Raven Moon. Let's see here. Got to read more on this comment reply. D Raven Moon. See, got to read what he had to say. I'll get back to that story here in a little bit, folks. I'm just replying to D. Raven Moon. Always make it a point to reply back. All righty. Got that done. Anyway, on to the story. Oh, good God. That viper done left out. Get off my nuts. He came over from Constitutional Cowboys outfit here. Yeah, buddy. Good night, Death Viper. I'm sorry I missed your departure from the chat. I had to reply to D. Raven Moon. The Bluegrass State. Nuts from the Bluegrass State. Well, anyway, I won't get back to that story about that boy. One early morning during that 3-day camping trip, I got up early, before sunrise. I'm poking around camp, and I see my buddy Roger Dale Leonard. And speaking of Roger Dale, the only reason I mention his full name is because the man's dead now. And in my wallet, I carry this here in memory of patch, in memory of Roger L. 07361 to 091308. He died in 2008 from cancer. I don't know how good that's going to show up through that plastic, but that man was one of the best influences on me in my breaking my bad habits from the pills and the booze and all that, and helping me to grow up. But I says, Roger, I need some coffee. I need some coffee. He says, coffee's on right over there. And he pointed to a big old stainless steel outfit. I went over and got me some coffee. Sit down, talk with Roger for a little bit. And I says, I think I'm going to go fishing. So I went and got my fishing gear. Where's my coffee? Speaking of coffee, dang it, I set it on the floor. Got my gear all together. I walked down to the edge of the lake, Cove Lake, up near Mount Magazine, where I got to know one of my best gal pals, JJ. Oh God, you gotta hear about JJ one of these days. Anyway, she's a kick in the ass. By God. She's a badass biker chick from Denver, Colorado. Well, at least I thought she was. Turned out she's from Iowa. Well, she was from Denver as far as I knew at the time. But anyway, I get around and I go get my gear together and I'm going fishing. Traveling light, walking around that big old lake. And this kid starts following me. I look back and I think to myself, well, maybe he'll just, if I go through some rough country, he'll just turn around and go back. No, he didn't. He was on my trail. and I'm casting, I'm fishing for bass. I'm bass fishing. I'm out there just flipping and reeling, flipping and reeling. I'm looking over now and then at this kid, and I see him trying to cast this damn rod. Well, he tries to sling it out there, and it'll go 5 feet, hang up, and hang up. The line hangs up inside the reel. Well, I kind of got a heart for kids anyway, but I just wanted to be by myself. I did. I really just wanted to be by myself and go fishing. Didn't want nobody tagging along or going along. And but I looked back and I seen him having difficulties. So I put my rod and reel down, and I go over there to where he's at, about 30 yards away. He was hanging off he was hanging way back. I guess he just didn't want to bother me, but he wanted to kind of watch what I was doing and maybe learn something, I figure. And I go back there and I said, I hear you. I see you got a problem there with your fishing pole, youngin'. Let me see. He hands me the rod and reel, and I remove the cover, and I said, well, here's your problem. Your line's twisted around up under your pickup spool, your pickup plate. And he had a real good fishing reel. It was Zebco 33. And sometimes that fishing line will get wound up between that pickup disc and and the drive shaft, the main shaft in there. Well, I spun that thing off of there, got that line untangled, stripped out all the fouled line, and I noticed he didn't have much line, so I went and got him some of mine, refilled his fishing pole, refilled his fishing reel. I put a little oil in there and got it oiled up good. And before you know it, he was casting like a pro. And by golly, a little bit later on, me and him was side by side. Hey, Mario! I ain't ranting about anything, Mario. I'm telling a story about how a kid saved my life. And this old boy's name's Tristan. He lives over in Poto, Oklahoma. And Tristan was he just a little shaver at that time. He's probably old, 12, maybe 13 years old at the time. He says, about fishing around lily pads and stuff, and he points it out, and well, we get down to a dry creek bed, and I said, that's a good idea. We need to go over there and cast around them lily pads. That boy outfished me. He brought in 3 or 4. I don't know about beta caster rods or bait caster rods. It's just a fishing rod with a Zebco 33 fishing reel on it, Jeff. Anyway, we cross over a log on that dry creek bed, and we're over there fishing for an hour or 2 or 3 or 4, and sun starts going down, and I had bought some tickets for a raffle that evening that we were having. I wanted to win some of that merchandise. Well, the mistake was I did not go back the way I came. And I says, Tristan, we gotta cross this creek bed to get it back over there in time for the raffle. I've got a Zebco 33 sitting out there in the trailer. I need to get that thing and spool it up. Zebco 33, one of the old ones made out of stainless steel. And of course, the 303s are pretty good too. They're the bigger ones. Ah, Midwest Prepper. How you doing, Midwest Prepper? And this, anyway, this boy, he crosses the creek bed, this dry creek bed. Everything's cracked. It looks like solid ground. Well, by golly, that kid, he just trots right across it. And I'm like, all right, then. I started walking. I got out to the middle of that daggum creek bed and bam, I broke through that crust of dirt. That I broke through that crust and it was a mess. There I am, knee deep in mud and sinking fast. And I says, Tristan, I need you to get me some sticks and some of these beaver cut sticks of wood and throw them out here for me to make a trail for me to get out of here. I said, I'm sinking here and my wallet's going to get wet. I didn't panic because if I panicked, then the kid was going to panic. And he would have been running around all over the place, and I'd have ended up with nothing but a hat like this as a grave marker. I guarantee you, people, I was going to die. I was going to go under in a big way. And I was going to be just deader than I'd been food for whatever scavenger could have pulled my rotten carcass out of the mud. That child, without a doubt, saved my life. He got this big piece of wood, about that big around, big old piece of tree limb. It was beaver cut at both ends, and it was about 2.5, 3 feet long. And I tell him, throw it to me like this, so it lands right there in front of me. Well, he throws it, and it lands right near enough to me where I can grab it. I lean out and grab it, and by that time, I'm up above my hips, above my belt, above my leather belt with that in that mud, and I'm still going down. Well, and I grab hold of that piece of wood and I push down, and I'm pushing myself. I'm pushing down on the log, on the piece of log, and pulling myself up. It's like leverage, and the piece of log was like was almost like how snowshoes behave when the snowshoes, those big broad snowshoes, keep you from sinking down in the snow. It distributed the weight, and then before long, there I am, muddy from the waist down, standing on this log. I almost lost one of my boots. I curled my toes inside my boots and was able to pull myself up. Daggone it, it was a mess. And man, that young man, I said, now Tristan, you got me out of the mud. Now I need a path out of here. And he starts getting these smaller sticks. I said, it don't matter what size they are. I said about yay big around, about maybe as long as the log here that you found. And he made me a trail out of there. And he throwed that stuff out there, and I'm just arranging it as I go, standing on this stuff, as all this rubbish from these dead trees and these beaver cut trees that this child is gathering up. And he did not know it at the time, but he saved my life. And he was a real good kid. I told him, son, if there's ever anything I could ever do for you, you just name it. And it's yours. I'll do it. So if you ever need anything, by golly, I'm right here. You need help, I'll help you. You need money, hell, I'll go get it. Whatever you need, whatever you want, you just let me know. So you saved my life, boy. I said, you're not a boy, you're a man. And I corrected myself right there on the spot. I said, excuse me, you're not a boy, you are a man. You saved a man's life. You save a man's life, you're not a boy no more. I hereby, you know, deemed him a man with that action. And I'll never forget my brother Hippie said, man, whenever you come out of them woods, your eyes was that big around. He said, brother, what happened? Hippie says, brother, what happened? And I said, man, I almost died. This kid saved my life. He said, well, I see you covered in mud. What went on? I told him the story. He said, it's a damn good thing that young man was there. Otherwise, you'd have you'd have went under for sure. Bayou Bandit. Good night. Good night, sir. You take care of yourself. I'll tell you, Midwest Prepper, it was humbling. It was humbling indeed. That child he was a blessing from God. You know, y'all believe in God, whatever I do. He's made his presence known in my life. Uh, yeah, Bayou Bandit, you take care of yourself now. All my best. You know, I get kind of thinking about that too much, and the reality of it sets in, and I'm like, man, you know, how close I was to taking that long walk with the Reaper off into eternity. Yeah, it was something. It was and it really gave me a whole new appreciation for life. And it made me consider things. I had not even come close to making my amends with the people I'd done wrong in the past. I was just beginning to straighten my life out and I was about to die. Man, yeah, it gets overwhelming. But my sponsor, Roger L., he said, Bob, in recovery, you're going to learn two things. If you don't learn anything else, you're going to have emotions and you're going to have emotions. But he didn't put it that way. He just kind of said it blandly and generically without any emotional emphasis, without any emotional emphasis, like, raise the eyebrow. You're going to have emotions and you're going to have emotions. Ugh. Oh boy. If they'd said it like that, then I'd have been prepared for what was to come. Because for so many years, I didn't like the way I felt, and I was always trying to find that magic formula of drugs and alcohol that was gonna make me feel better. I was not trying to escape reality. You see, I was just trying to change the way I felt. Escaping reality was not an option. It was not an option at all because reality's there whether you like it or not. You can only change the way you feel with drugs or booze or sex or NyQuil or whatever. It's whatever it is that you indulge in too much, it can make your life unmanageable. And yeah, that's part of the program. That 12-step program and I am by no means a spokesman or spokesperson for that 12-step program. I'm just one of the miracles that resulted from that program. I took the 12 principles behind the 12 steps and practiced them one every day for 7 days, and then I would practice another one every day for 7 days. And with those 12 principles, I replaced every negative aspect of my personality with a positive aspect. For every negative thing in the world, there is a positive that can take its place. If you just practice, if you just try, give it a shot. And for some of us, there's a saying in that particular 12-step program that a new idea cannot be grafted onto a closed mind. It sometimes takes a demolition process, and that is your rock bottom. When you hit rock bottom and you look yourself in the mirror, you look at yourself and say, is it me? Is it the drugs? Is it the people around me? Yeah, the drugs are just a symptom of the disease. And damn it, I had to dig deeper. And I realized I had started using drugs at such a young age. I stayed 13 years old. I kept a 13-year-old mentality, a 12 to 13-year-old mentality, right up until I was 32 years old. And I remember sitting there, and I mentioned this in a previous live event, that I felt like a 32-year-old man with a child's mind, or a 12-year-old child trapped in a 32-year-old man's body. And as the longer I stayed clean and sober, the more mature I got, and I began to surprise myself at the decisions I was making. What to do with my money, who to hang out with, where to go. And it was a totally life-changing experience. And even if you don't have a drug habit or a gambling habit or a eating habit or a TV habit, any habit that's making your life unmanageable, a 12-step program, those 12 steps can and will change your life. It took this selfish, self-centered, egotistical, conceited individual, a severe heartbreak, and so many years of walking about 2.5 miles to those meetings every day for years to grow the hell up. And make those decisions. Do I want to get hired? Do I want to have a phone? Do I want to get hired? Do I want to eat? Do I want to get hired? Do I want to have a roof over my head and electricity and water and maybe buy some new toys, like a new Bowie knife. Of course, I don't have a new Bowie knife. I got this one here that I bought used. But I got to put this, I've been working on this piece of elk antler to get it to where it fits snug up against that handguard. And believe you me, people, that ain't no ordinary Bowie knife. This is one made for fighting. This here brass apparatus, this brass fixture on the back, that is what they call a blade catcher. And yes, it has caught many a blade. It's got dents and dings, and where I've tried to smooth out the knife notches from other blades. And I've had it for a good number of years, and by golly, it served me well in self-defense and in just generally doing work. And I sent Mr. Bruce one just like it. It's got a picture of a feller in a coonskin cap with a mean look in his eye, and he's got that Bowie knife up there. Yeah, it's a fighting knife, and it's a replica of the Marine Corps fighting knife from years ago. If you want to Google or you do an image search with your favorite search engine, um, Case XX Marine fighting knife, 1973. This knife was made in 1973, and it was made from chrome vanadium steel, tool steel. Your box wrenches, open-ended wrenches, ratchets, things like that is made of chrome vanadium steel. I was calling it chrome vanadium steel until a knife maker one day corrected me, and I said, "Well, thank you. I appreciate you correcting me like that because I was saying it wrong, and I don't like to be wrong." Vanadium, chrome vanadium steel. And man, once you get chrome vanadium steel sharp, it is very difficult to get it dull. Let's see. I think I got my sharpening outfit over there that Mr. Bruce got for me. A great big easy lap outfit. It's got a 600 grit on one side and 1200 grit on the other. And he sent me that. He sent me cold steel knives, and he sent me all kinds of stuff. He's just a great man, and I really valued doing business with him. For some odd reason, we're not doing business no more. He just said he was, full up on fire steels. I sure do miss those $500 money orders. I miss those things. I ain't lying. I ain't gonna lie. I miss I miss getting a $500 money order in the mail. By golly, it's one time he sent 1,000, and I'm like, holy Jesus! An emergency came up right after that. A friend needed my help, and I just had to. I just had to help. A dear friend of mine needed help, and I just said, "Don't worry, I'll pay for it." I said, "Don't worry, you caught me at a good time. I'll help." Now those ECs are daggum expensive, Jeff. Whoo wee. Jeff Turlington, he sent me that Spider Code. I did a video on it, about that Spider Code. Found a picture online of that Spider Code that Jeff had had sent me. And hell, that was a $259 knife. Geez, I checked it out on the Spider Code site, and they're made in they're made up there in I think Golden, Colorado. I know it's Colorado. By golly, it's something. But yeah, I think that antler is a real good, real nice piece. Yeah, I'm going to be taking a deer antler tip and cutting it just right, maybe about that much, and plugging up that hole there because I had to run the half-inch thick, half-inch diameter drill bit up in there. But I sent Mr. Bruce one of these knives. I bought like 7 of them when Sugar Mama was paying the bills. I shouldn't call her that. She really tried to take care of me as best she could, but we wasn't going to get along. I could see that. I could not go and marry a woman just because she had money. Thinking about, I just sit here in quiet reflection. And I can sincerely say I do hope that she is happy with the man that she's now married to. I really do, because everybody deserves to be happy, and I can honestly say she would not have been happy with me, and I would have not been happy with her. If I use some foresight and look into the future and say she keeps behaving this way, and I'm not. That's just not going to be something I can live with. No, I just can't. And with that being said, and I know the words "that being said" has been used a whole lot here on YouTube, but that's sort of an eloquent way of ending a subject. With that being said, everybody deserves somebody to be happy with, and I knew she wasn't going to be happy with me. Oh yeah, Midwest Prepper. She is in the banking and loan business. She lives up there in Wisconsin. She would drive 1,000 miles to come down here and see me. She thought I was such an amazing man, and I still can't figure what she's seen in me. But yeah, there's women with money somewheres in some places. But they say money can't buy happiness. I said, well, you ain't. Have you ever been poor? I'd be happy if I had, enough to pay the bills, enough to eat, and not have to worry about bills or food or survival supplies, prepping supplies, things like that. I'm way behind on ammunition. We'll work for ammunition, Midwest Prepper. We'll work for ammo. Uh, I left that comment on the ammo stash video of yours. Midwest Prepper. He's a good guy. Go over there and see his channel. Go over to Midwest Prepper's channel and check him out. He's a logical individual. He doesn't come up with no outrageous bullcrap. He's logical and analytical, and I see his channel growing more and more all the time. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. Just keep it level headed and logical. And I really like that one about ramping up the MRE production. I think it was. Uh, or was that on a different channel? I think that was Midwest Prepper. That oh now Midwest Prepper. Every time somebody calls me sir, I think about that scene where Dalton meets Emmett in the movie Roadhouse. Patrick Swayze, he meets this old bearded farmer and he calls him sir, and the old timer says, son, my name's Emmett. Calling me sir's like putting an elevator in an outhouse. It just don't fit. Yeah, that I thought that was your video, on the MREs being ramped up and civilian MREs being put on the back burner, and it's those little things like that are the real clues as to what's coming next. Not this bullshit with troop movements up and down the road, or you see in military vehicles, in convoys out on the road. That's been going on forever. And that is what we call fear porn. People just putting something up for views. And there's always some poor, gullible doofus that's going to believe it. Troop movements are a regular thing. I live right over here, not too far from Fort Chaffee Army Base, Fort Smith, Arkansas. And if you try real hard, you might be able to find me. But then again, whenever I was in a chat with Mindy Patriot Angel, I, I said, and I think I was still living out there in that in that old camping trailer at the time. And I got 174 videos for people to watch. The older videos really don't get that much play anymore. But I'm sitting there with my Remington 870 pump shotgun that I bought from my buddy Bill and sold it back to him later for the same price. I'm sitting there and I said, people might want to track me down and find me, but I said, but do they really want to find me? I may be a nice guy, but God bless. Privacy is something that privacy and safety is important. Privacy and safety is important. And I've already, over the past 5, almost 6 years, I've had 3 different people try to come find me out here. I ran on to them out here and they recognized me right off the bat. But they found out that they should have called first or emailed and let me know because I don't like surprises. I don't like surprises when it comes to people just popping in, unless I know you, unless we're already acquainted and I recognize you right off the bat. Yeah, sure, fine and dandy. That people are more than welcome to come visit. We sit out here and have some coffee and cook some food. And yeah, I had some folks from Missouri come all the way down here to see me. Kurt and Franny Walker. Of course, that's not their real first names, and it may not even be their real last name. Who knows? But I know for a fact it's not their real first names. Because it's that it all boils down to that whole privacy thing. Otherwise you wouldn't know me as Mountain Man 1478. You'd know me by my first and last name. I privacy online, it's a difficult thing, practically impossible unless you're into that Tor the onion router thing. And don't bother pinging my IP address. I use a VPN, virtual private network, to try and throw it all off. Sitting here testing. Wait a minute, the nerves in that thumb are damaged. I'm not going to get an accurate feel. That knife, yeah, that needs to be sharpened. Not just stropped, but resharpened or sharpened up. Touched up just a little, give it a little touch up. Yeah. Set that. No, hell. I better set that back over there where I had it, otherwise I ain't gonna be able to find it. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you. Oh man. Sitting here talking and apparently people are liking what I had to say because I got 11 likes. Go over here and open up another tab for a different part of YouTube. I want to take a look around. Yeah, there's a number of people out there that know my name because they have my address. You know, I gotta mail you some stuff, and you're gonna, have that name and that address. But if you won't come visit, please let me know. Please let me know in advance. Let's see, subscriptions. Uh, Constitutional Cowboy. Now, 6 hours ago, Constitutional Cowboy streamed a live event with his cell phone high atop Kavanaugh Mountain or Kavanaugh Hill, whichever. Uh, yeah, and then there's backcountry preps. Men, celebrate your masculinity, grow your beard out. Just as long as you don't use none of that wussified, vanity serving, just for men beard color crap. If you got white hair, flaunt that shit. Show it. Be proud of it. You've lived this long. You've lived this long. Be proud of it. I earned every one of these white hairs in my beard. I didn't even have the privilege of gray hairs. Them little suckers just turned right straight to white. No, Jeff, I don't shoot at people most generally unless, yeah, if you hear the gunshot, then I wasn't shooting at you. But no, I don't. I don't shoot people for coming to visit or coming up on me unless they're a danger. Unless they're a danger to me, they pose a danger. There was a man that come in my house without my permission, and I didn't shoot him. There were extenuating circumstances for that, though. If he'd have had somebody with him, that gummit, sometimes it's so difficult to get drops in my eyes. I've got to put that sucker right down there against the bridge of my nose, right there by that tear duct, and just hose everything down. And that ain't really Visine, that's saline. I refill it with saline. Saline, it's just about as the same formulation as human tears. It's the same salt content as human tears. But anyway, my eyes get dry. I don't blink very much. I blame that on eating too much reptile meat. Reptiles don't blink. Oh, you'll see them move their eyes or something now and then, but not sure if that's because of debris or dust or dirt or whatever. Uh, you've heard this story about crocodile tears or heard the term crocodile tears. It looks like crocodiles are shedding tears whenever they kill their prey. Well, that is actually a misnomer. Yeah, Jeff, he is lucky he didn't get shot. Well, I appreciate you, regulator. That's a mighty generous offer. I've had a few people that has found me again after many years, and they've said the same thing. I've got a room at their house. An old boy I grew up with, and I done some work for him. I grew up around him. He's older than I am. And he said that I've always got a room in his house. And, looking back on what I was and how I behaved, for him to say that, it just blew my mind. I said, man, I said, you knew me once upon a time. You knew what I was capable of and that I was not a good person. But I told him about my YouTube channel and yeah, I want people from my hometown. I want the gossips and everybody. What's Arkansas like? It's similar to the Kentucky countryside and Tennessee. We got hills and lakes and trees and hollers, and it's just country. It's we out in the country out here. I'm 10 miles from the nearest thing you can call a small town. 25 miles from the nearest thing. I call Fort Smith, Arkansas a city because it's got 83,000, 85,000, maybe 86,000 by now. I got a wild hair in my nose and it's tickling me. God bless. You can't have no wild hairs. Where are those hemostats? Ugh. Oh, damn. Plucking nose hairs with the mountain man. That's a whole other video. I'm going to do one on hygiene, mountain man style. And no, it don't have nothing to do with bathing in a cold creek either. Yeah, I have to get those dang hairs out of there once in a while. It ain't no picnic plucking nose hairs. But I'll sterilize those with some steam. I had to stitch up a place in the bottom of my foot here a little while back, and I got those medical instruments out here. Yeah, the hemostats, flesh cutting scissors, and suture cutting scissors. The suture cutting scissors, they kind of got what looks like a little fingernail cleaner there. That's not a fingernail cleaner. That's for hooking under the span of the suture and holding it, and it's got a little sharp edge there. Clip that suture, and then you use the tweezers or forceps or maybe even hemostats. Just easy tug it. No, women are not reptiles, lemon drop kid. Women have feelings too. Did you know that women feel things 10 times more intensely than men do? There's my tweezers. Yeah, and these are also from from the surgery supplier Instruments Plus on eBay. Instruments One or Instruments Plus, and boy, howdy, that's got a little forked outfit there, and a little tine that fits up inside that fork. Real handy for pulling a bullet out of a shallow wound, if the wound is indeed shallow. But no, women are not reptiles. Jesus Christ, man. I was to agree with that, I'd never get a date again. So women be watching this video sometime or another, and if I agreed with that, I'd be shit out of luck. But no, in my heart, I know that women have hearts and feelings, and unlike a reptile, there's just some of them out there that behave that way. Hell, I've been trying to get one of my best female friends to marry me for the last 15 years, maybe 20 years. But she cannot seem to get past the fact that I've grown up. I'm not that naive child that she grew up with. She keeps trying to treat me like I'm 15 years old. Now there's a song by a singing duo called Montgomery Gentry. And matter of fact, I have a playlist of about 4 or 5 of their songs, and one of them is called "Some People Change," and that's about the addiction and prejudice and things like that. Putting those things away, getting them out of the way, growing up and being somebody. Yeah, some people do change. Some people can't. They don't know how. Of me, I've always been the kind of human being that wanted what I wanted and wanted it now, and damn anybody that was in the way. And but I couldn't live like that. When I did live like that, I was bringing on negative consequences, and it was my own damn fault. I just couldn't see it. I always said, whenever I was out there running and gunning, and I have heard people use that term in regards to going to bars or something. Bar. When I say running and gunning, I mean running and gunning. Out there running around doing business with a Ruger Blackhawk 44 Magnum and a shoulder holster under a jacket or an overcoat or something like that. I had that sucker scoped, and I could damn well hit just about anything I needed to hit, either on the draw or taking careful aim. Yeah, an antibiotic. I use this here, J. Crow solution. Take it internally. In fact, I'll show you. I have an extra long dropper in this thing, and it pulls up twice the dose of iodine that I need for a day's use. You take this internally. You can put it on wounds, and it will burn like hell. Take a mouthful of coffee. That's what I do anyway. Squeeze it in there into that coffee, and it tastes nasty. The iodine and the coffee. Coffee's cold. But that right there will protect you from from viruses, bacteria, bad bacteria. It nourishes the good gut bacteria that digest your food. It kills viruses, it kills bacteria, and it kills fungus. You can get it on eBay. J. Crow's. You type in J. Crow's 2% iodine solution, you will find the J. Crow's company. on eBay. I got a Lugol. I made a video all about this iodine. Read a doctor's documents on that iodine. And I have not really had need of any antibiotics myself for the last, unless I had an ear infection. I don't know what it is, but every single time I get a drop of water in either ear, it sets up swimmer's ear infection. I have now right along in here, human anatomy wise, you have a drainage tube that leads from your inner ear down into the back of your throat. Those tubes normally will drain any water that gets in your ear and keep the air pressure equalized. Well, my redneck prepper, colloidal silver AR, is not in humid. I don't know what that means. But I don't use colloidal silver. I think it's a load of bullshit. Sorry about that. I use what I use. Other people use what they use. Everyone's got their own choices. Blah, blah, blah. And you can be offended by that or not. Hot and humid. Arkansas is hot and humid. Okay, yeah, Arkansas is hot and humid because the redneck prepper knows that because the redneck prepper lives in Arkansas. Yeah, antibiotics. Anti, meaning the reverse. Biotic is life. Antibiotic is anti-life. It kills the good and the bad bacteria in your guts and makes you weak, and you need to eat food with them. And they, in some cases, I do have to take antibiotics. Yes, uh, redneck prepper, I totally agree. In the summertime, Arkansas is very hot and humid. If you don't like to sweat, don't come to Arkansas because sweating is what we do. Yeah, when you outside, it's hot, and I like it. I like it. I love it and want some more of it. Don't like to be cold. Hate being cold. I shot a 34 minute video where I was reading Dr. David Derry's um, work. I need to get a bottle of sweet oil and put some. I read that wrong. Believe it or not, Redneck Prepper, I have got dyslexia, and I read I read that wrong. I seen the words sweet oil, and all it is olive oil in a little bottle. And I started to say, yeah, I need to buy some sweet oil. But I don't really need sweet oil because I got a bottle of olive oil right here. And I can put a few drops of that in both ears and then wash my hair or go out in the rain and not get any water standing or staying in my ears. That oil will, as you well know, it'll waterproof the inside of your ear and allow that water to run out instead of getting trapped. So I'll put 3 or 4 drops of olive oil down in my ears and kind of press like that to force it down in there. It forces a little air there. And I'll lean over and let the excess run out. Do the same with the other ear. But there's preventative steps for everything. I just wished I'd remember. Witch hazel is a good oil. A good, I don't exactly witch hazel. I suppose I could try that. See if that'll help. Matter of fact, I'm gonna highlight that and search it. Well, damn, it went right straight to the Wikipedia. Right straight to the Wikipedia. Can you believe that? What the hell? Didn't even give me any search results. Went right straight damn to the Wikipedia. Let's see here. Growth, etymology, cultivation. It may be used as a supposed remedy for psoriasis, eczema, and aftershave, and ingrown nail applications to prevent dehydration of skin. For insect bites and poison ivy, clinical studies supporting its effectiveness for these skin conditions are absent. Despite this lack of evidence, man, I don't even like that it just went straight to the Wikipedia. So I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to open up another tab and paste and search. Damn it, it went straight to the Wikipedia again. Now, this is getting on my nerves. I don't know why in the hell that's happening. I just did a little modifying on that. Oops. What the heck? All right. All right. I got the web results now. WebMD. I'm not going to WebMD for studying herbs because they always say that they don't have enough research to support it. www.tipsbulletin.com witch hazel uses. 40 amazing witch hazel uses and benefits. Witch hazel uses and benefits for healthy skin and home. Wellnessmama.com. Gardening know-how. drwell.com. Vitamin supplements, herb supplements, remedies, top 10 uses for witch hazel. drwell.com. 15 wonderful uses for witch hazel. Wise, wise bread, wise as in wisdom, wisebread.com. Uh, let's see, scroll back up. Go over to wisebread.com. www.wisebread.com. Let's see. We'll scroll down here. Let's see here. As an astringent produced from the leaves and bark of the North American witch hazel shrub, uh, Amelius virginia, grows naturally from Nova Scotia west to Ontario, Canada, and south to Florida and Texas in the United States. This plant was widely used for medicinal purposes by American Indians. The witch hazel extract was obtained by steaming the twigs of the shrub. The essential oil of witch hazel is not sold separately as a consumer product. It is on eBay. The plant does not produce enough essential oil to make production viable. Oh my ass. I've seen witch hazel all over the place. However, there are various distillates of witch hazel called hydrosols or hydrolates that are gentler than the drugstore witch hazel and contain alcohol. Witch hazel is mainly used externally on sores, bruises, swelling. The main constituents are the extract the extract include tannin, garlic acid, gallic acid or gallic acid, GALLIC acid, catechins, proanthocyanins, and flavonoids. Hey, flavonoids are good for regeneration of skin cells. Camphorol, quercetin, essential oil, cavericrol, eugenol, hexanol, choline, saponins, and bitters. Distilled witch hazel sold at drugstores and pharmacies typically contains no tannin or tannic acid. Tannins or tannic acid. Hell, there's a thing about acorns I'll tell you here in a little bit. Most drugstores online, let's see, are the uses. The big one spot and blemish control. Witch hazel can reduce the inflammation on a pimple. Some people claim daily use helps with acne. And witch hazel can be found in many over the counter treatments and applications. Soothes and heals diaper rash, shrinks bags under the eyes, soothes and reduces external hemorrhoids, varicose vein relief, soothes poison ivy and poison oak, treats chicken pox blisters, heal your bruises faster, soothes razor burn, treat and soothe nasty sunburn, treat dry skin, used to heal and soothe various cuts and bruises. Take a bite out of bug bites. Stops the itching. Refresh tired eyes. Not by squirting witch hazel in them, but by soaking a clean rag in witch hazel and cold water and placing the cold compress over closed eyes. After 10 minutes, your eyes should be refreshed and any redness should be gone. If you've been doing a lot of crying, no, this can get you back to normal quickly. Crying. Guess a woman wrote this. 15. Make your own deodorant. Witch hazel is often used in deodorants due to its natural skin healing and skincare properties. Here are some homemade recipes you might want to try. Ingredients: 1 teaspoon high proof vodka, 10 drops geranium oil, 10 drops cypress oil, 8 drops bergamot. Hey, that's in my tea. Bergamot, uh, my favorite tea, Earl Grey. I love Earl Grey tea. You got 5 drops neroli neroli, and then 4 drops lavender, 3 drops black pepper oil, 4 tablespoons, 40 milliliters of witch hazel, 2 tablespoons or 25 milliliters of corn flour water, 2 tablespoons or yeah, 2 tablespoons or 25 milliliters of orange flower water. Measure the vodka into a 4 ounce or 100 milliliter glass bottle with a spray attachment. Carefully add essential oils one by one. Shake vigorously to dissolve the oils. Pour the witch hazel into the bottle using a funnel, if necessary, followed by the 2 flower waters. Shake well. Label the bottle, and the deodorant is now ready to use. But I would suggest putting something else in there besides flower water if you're a dude. If you're a man, yeah, you want something else. You don't want the flower waters are not necessary. You put something in there that's a little more masculine. Nah, lemon drop kit. I don't know about that. I don't know about Bing. I just don't like Bing for some reason. Probably because they tried to install that crap in my damn computer and I had to dig it out and delete everything that had to do with Bing. A search engine called Bing. I just got an odd feeling about it. When I think about the Bing thing, it just kind of puts me off. It's kind of like whenever they were giving away the Windows 10 shit. Yeah, there's something got to be wrong with it if they're giving it away instead of selling it. Once upon a time, some years ago, I'd open up a home page, Firefox. Now, Firefox screws my computer up. Has screwed up computers in the past, and I just don't use it. I've got I did my own thing. I found it. I punched up my notepad, pasted the witch hazel. It was the exclamation point that was throwing me off and taking me straight to Wikipedia. Whenever I just did a search on plain old witch hazel without the exclamation mark, it didn't take me to the Wikipedia. All right, good night, regulator. Got to get up early tomorrow, huh? Yeah, going to work. Regulator got to get up and go to work. I wish I could say the same thing. I do. Apparently, I did not get that pesky hair out of my. It might be my mustache. I'm not gonna go pulling mustache hairs. No, 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 no. Ain't gonna go yanking out mustache hairs. Old school big pharma don't make money off it. Well, no, big pharma don't want nothing out there that's going to take away from their profits, their profit margin. They want to peddle as many pills as they can. Chemicals have no place in an organic organism like the human body. Although there are times whenever chemical treatments do work and they don't kill the patient. I can tell you, herbs are a whole lot more gentle. They work slowly, so you got to be patient. It takes sometimes weeks or even months to get a result. There was one time in my life when I said, well, what in the hell is a damn tree root or a tree leaf or a plant leaf or a plant root going to do for me that the doctor and the drugstore can't? Boy, was I ever ignorant. I was ignorant of the subject of herbal medicine, but when I got to looking at the side effects of everything, it was keeping me chained, it was keeping me housebound, near the toilet. I was either puking or had diarrhea, headaches, dizziness, uh, nosebleeds, all kinds of nasty side effects. And whenever Jammin' Jimmy Jive gave me that book, Prescription for Herbal Healing, Volume 1, the first edition, that was a godsend. Yeah, I did invite D Raven Moon to come on over to the channel here, to the chat. D Raven Moon, if you're out there watching, come on, chime in, brother. Hell, don't be scared to having people see you or meet you here. I don't allow nobody to verbally abuse anyone else on my channel. Someone tried that once, and I said, no, this crap ain't happening. I have a lot of friends that have the same spiritual beliefs as you do, D Raven Moon, and they are very close friends. In fact, my friend JJ, she is near and dear to my heart, always will be, always has been. I love that woman more than she may possibly know, and she is a Wiccan, and I am a Christian. She believes in Wicca. She practices Wicca. And there's nobody or nothing in this world that could make me turn on that woman for no reason whatsoever. She watched over me while I was going through a terrible divorce. I was extremely heartbroken. My second and last divorce. And she kept the whores and the sluts and everybody else from taking advantage of me. She'd whoop a woman's ass if she thought that they was going to try to take advantage of my emotional state at the time. And hell, maybe even now. I can just hear her, pick up. It's almost like she and I got some kind of connection, mind to mind connection. Yeah, margarine is chemically created, Jeff. I trust a cow over a chemist. Tell them a trust. Oh, yes, trust a cow over a chemist. Margarine is chemically created. But I was talking about JJ. It's like she and I are connected up here. It's like I can pick up her thoughts and she can pick up mine. It's weird. Might as well be. What's up, Midas? But whenever I said that she might even kick a woman's ass today for screwing me over, the thought just jumped in my head. You know I would. Shit. I wish she would have been able to make it down here from uh, from Iowa. She got stuck in Missouri and had to backpedal. Well, you got Jeff lots of WI. I don't know. think I got me some ants. Yep. Damn things. Look, oh, God. I don't like using insecticides. I'll tell you what. Fucking ants. Pick up my olive oil off of the floor. I'm going to get my damn eye wash up off the floor. Anything else down there? Damn it. I'm going to fucking take care of this shit right now. Ah. Well, yeah, I won't allow none of that. Somebody once insulted Steve, USMC no tolerance, and I said, I ain't having this shit. I deleted the damn comment. The freaking idiot. You know, I remember Steve said that he missed the hunt, and I knew exactly what he meant. Being in war and hunting men. He missed the hunt. And this other person said, well, they hate peppermint oil, they hate menthol, they hate whatever it is that disguises their little scent trail. Anything that disturbs their little scent trail, they don't want to be around it. That's any kind of strong essential oil, anything that will mask their scent trail. But anyway, somebody had attacked Steve USMC No Tolerance in the comments on a video. And I said, no, I ain't having this shit. This man's a veteran and he deserved better treatment than that. I ain't going to have it. And I'd let the asshole that did it know about it. I said, you're not, I said, that's out of line. You're out of line. If the man misses the hunt, then he can't help the way he feels. He liked it. So big deal. You know, I mentioned in a video, once you hunted human beings, nothing else compares because they're some of the most challenging animals on the planet to hunt. You know, if somebody wanted to take me out right now, it'd be as easy as firing a shot right through that door and hit me in the back. Do I care? Fuck no. Hell, if they're chicken shit enough to shoot me in the back, I'll come back and haunt their ass. Yeah, I do believe I got some ants crawling on me. These little bitty motherfuckers. They ain't even big enough to make a meal out of. These people should see those ant hills out in the yard. I seen one that big around, that tall, just millions and millions and billions of little ants. But no, we got mosquitoes flying around here around the computer. Yeah, mosquitoes. Them damn ants. Those little buggers get up my hair and they get under my shirt. They're a little ferric acid. People say that you feed ants some grits and they'll die. No, ants do not have saliva. They do not have spit as we know it. They have an acid that's produced in their body in their heads, and that acid is what helps them to cut things apart. They chew, and at the same time they chew, little tiny bits of that acid is put out on whatever they're chewing on, and they're able to gather greater amounts of food. for the queen. And those little worker ants, they don't eat, they don't sleep. All they do is gather food for the queen. Oh, and another damn thing. It's only the female mosquitoes that bite. I know a lot of people know this, but this one guy, I was listening to some fucking video, MGTOW thing. I don't even know why I was watching that. It had something to do with women, and I wondered what this idiot had to say. And I'm by no means a MGTOW man. I love women, want to be with one, need to feel I need to be with one. One, not three, not four, not two, one. Just one. That's all I need. But this idiot popped off out of his mouth with this shit. Only female bees sting. No, it's only female mosquitoes that bite. The bees that sting your ass are drones. They're just drones, worker bees, the same as worker ants. Good night, redneck prepper. We'll see you later. You take care of yourself now. Redneck prepper. Remember, if you can't be good at it. That's what my stepdad used to tell me. You can't be good at it. Well, whenever I was not good, I was always good at it. At least I like to think so. Could be there were certain individuals in this world that just cut me some slack because they liked me. Yeah. Listen to that song by Poncho and Lefty by Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Yeah, out of kindness, I suppose, because they liked him. You know, it's pretty much like Billy the Kid. You know, hell, you know, looking back on those days, I and in some ways, I look back on it with a glimmer of longing, and I've even thought about going back to my old ways, and just for money's sake. But it ain't worth it. After I play that tape all the way through, you know, you kind of look into the future a little bit and you play that tape all the way through how it's going to start, how it is going to be in the middle, and then in the end, it just ain't worth it. If you play that tape all the way through, as they say, you use foresight, looking off and saying, well, should I really do this? Because the consequences are going to be this, this, and this. Is it really worth it? Maybe, maybe not. No. Eh, crap like that, you know. It's yeah, a biblical verse comes to mind. A good name to be chosen rather than silver or gold. A good name is more preferable over silver and gold. But yeah, that's just me. It looks like Miss Tessa with Enliven Wellness has got another video uploaded. She's in my channel list of channels I favor and suggest on my channel, also known as featured channels. I just changed the name of it, edited it a little bit. Oh man. Let's see here. I was gonna get that other tab opened up. Yeah, let's see here. 5 people watching. I reckon I better say something. Something. Dang it. I know that's got to be a hair from my mustache because I have already pulled those damn nose hairs. And that was not a pleasant experience. Make sure I don't have no ants in my hat. Good thing those things are easily killed. Just rub your hand over them and it messes them up. I always check my hat for spiders and ants and any other creepy crawlers. Hell, I found seen a 4-inch centipede running across the floor here the other day, and I thought, yeah, it's time to buy some more of that fogger, that hot shot fogger, throw it under the house. Those room foggers work real good under the house to kill out them insects. If you live out in the woods, they gonna be some shit. Now, I was watching a dang video by Demcad. He's he's a prepper. He lives in the city, and that video, I think it was, "Our city's gonna become death traps in SHTF," and by golly, what is the first damn thing they do whenever things go bad? So bad that people are rioting in the streets or whatever, let's say shit hits the fan without rule of law, whatever, martial law. What's the first thing to do? They block off all the roads, all the streets, any avenue of escape. They block it off. I watched that. I quietly watched all that, watched and listened carefully, and never heard Demcat bring that up. Um, and it really makes me worried for my city counterparts, my city dwelling counterparts. Yeah, I care about them. I don't make fun of them. I don't want nobody making fun of me, but yeah, hell, there's small minds everywhere. Yeah, and it's only a small-minded person that would, in any seriousness, make fun of someone because of where they live or their lifestyle. If it's city lifestyle, country lifestyle, or urban or suburban lifestyle, it don't matter where you live. You're still a human being, and that person matters because they're alive, they're breathing. If they're a survivalist, a prepper, someone that's being productive, they got their eyes open, they know what's really going on versus all the little sheeple out there, the little zombie fuckers that wants to laugh at us and say, well, what are you preparing for? You know what I like to ask them? I said, well, what the fuck do you got damn insurance on your car for? Are you that bad a driver you need insurance on your car? You go run, why don't you just cancel that insurance? What are you paranoid about? What about that fire and flood insurance and shit you got on your house? Why don't you cancel all that insurance that you got? Huh? Go ahead, cancel that. Now I'm ranting. Now I'm ranting. Cancel that fucking insurance. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? You're paranoid. Cancel your insurance. Get rid of your fire extinguishers. See, that's the same damn thing as what these idiots are throwing at us about survivalism and prepping and bushcrafting and all this other stuff. Learning all these skills and stocking up on things. They say, well, what are you scared of? What are you afraid of? What are you paranoid about? Yeah, well, go ahead. Cancel all your damn insurance. If, are you a bad driver? Do you play with matches in your house? Yeah. You don't need insurance if it's not. Hey, that stuff ain't gonna happen. What are you paranoid about? Cancel them insurance policies, dummy. Of course, it would be foolish to do such a thing, right? And it would be foolish in this day and age not to be prepared for the eventual downfall of this nation, which I do hate to even think about. I love this country. I love my way of life. I don't want it to end. But we can't always get everything we want. There's this old saying, all good things come to an end. Well, so does bad things. Bad things come to an end. And hopefully people will be able to pull together and help one another. And I'll come poke my head out of the woods every now and then and say hi, maybe do some trading, and then go back on my way, back out into the woods. Because in some aspects, I'm not fit to be around human beings. Don't, dear God Almighty. Some people, anyway. The moth. Speaking of moths, I had a big old lime green Luna moth come visit me here the other night. I think I better close that door. I'm going to end up with wood roaches coming in the house. Damn wood roaches will fly right into the house. I've seen 2 or 3 different bugs up there, and I was eyeballing this one that kind of sort of resembled a cockroach. Well, I'm going to have to wash those dishes over again. Yeah, that bug is not happy. Of course, I wouldn't be happy either if somebody sprayed some toxic chemical on me. Kind of makes you think about chemtrails a little bit. But yeah, these next time some goofy sheeple decides that they want to make fun of you for prepping, by God, why don't you throw it at them about that my show? Nah, I don't generally consider it a show, Lemon Drop Kid. It's just me hosting a live event, just being me. I could do another one tomorrow. Wouldn't bother me a bit. But next time somebody out there, one of them relatives or close friends, yeah, Demcat is a smart guy. I like him. But I really wish he would get a hold of this idea about, or this reality about in bad times when shit goes bad, the roads and streets are going to be blocked off, and then maybe he could take that problem and formulate an escape plan, an alternate escape plan, an alternate escape route for people in the cities, and then once he has that laid out, he can say, consider this, consider that, this other way to go, like drainage canals. But that would be a bad thing if you got caught in an ambush. I mean, you're down in that canal, you got high banks on each side, and that would just be just prime ambush, a prime ambush setup. Damn. Sewers, underground sewers. I don't know. Oh, shit. I'm gonna get my little craftsman mechanics light here. I don't know what that damn bug was. It probably went under that crate, little wooden crate. Computer's sitting on. And if he comes out, I'll get him. Get him and squash him. By God, I have lived in places where damn cockroaches. Them Cat is a smart guy. He's very intelligent. He is also logical. But I would very much like for him to, get a hold of this idea. Maybe I'll go comment. I just hope he doesn't take my comment the wrong way, because I mean it with all the best in mind, to help him, to help others save their lives. Hell, you could escape by air if you had yourself a one of them little ultralight glider things with the small engine. Or a helicopter version of the same damn thing, where you could take off from a vertical position. Uh, Boy, I hate spraying damn chemicals in the house. Just think about that mist I seen a while ago. It just went everywhere. I think I'm not even going to finish drinking that coffee or smoking that cigarette. Because I think maybe that, just because I think maybe some of that insecticide had gotten in the coffee and gotten on that cigarette. It's going in the trash. Yeah. Along with those last 3 cigarette papers and those cigarette butts I was saving. And then I'll take my little plate here, get some soap on it. Wash that off. Don't it? There we go. That mechanic's slide got a magnet in the bottom of it. Yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at those keys on my belt. When I lived in Fort Smith, Arkansas, I had one damn key, and that was to my apartment. I move out here, And I got all these damn keys, and they're all to locks, padlocks, combination locks, other locks, locks, and more locks. I lived in the city and I didn't have a problem with security. I come out here and good God Almighty, I'm having to lock everything up to keep the damn dope heads from stealing my damn shit, stealing my mom's shit, stealing my stepdad's shit. Of course, most of their shit moved into Oklahoma by now, but yeah, it's all in operational security, OPSEC. Yeah, it's all part of it. Right along with the trail cameras I got posted all over the property. And hell, I even use my YouTube channel and live events for security. I'll start up a private live event, turn that, get everything set up, start the event, leave the house, and it records for hours. And that helps me with my security because that sucker's recording, and even if they destroy the computer, it's still going to be uploaded to YouTube. I doubt very seriously that anyone would know how to terminate a broadcast properly. And even if they did terminate it, they wouldn't know what the hell to do with it afterward. It'd still be there. Yeah, you can use your webcam or your whatever, your phone, what have you, to start up a live event, set it to private, and no one's ever going to see it but you and Google or your moderators if you let your moderators know in advance. But I do this sometimes. If I know I'm going to be away from the house for a while, that webcam mic, that microphone will pick up every little sound. It'll pick up the sound of the dog's toenails clacking on the linoleum floor. It picks up the sound of a fly buzzing a little too close to the computer. So yeah, it's gonna pick up every little sound. I think some ants had got my mustache, and then it got a hair tickling my nose. I got to get. I guess I'm gonna have to have Terminex come out here and spray. That's gonna cost. You just can't call up Terminex and say, "Hey, I got this fresh raccoon I killed. I'll trade you if you come out and spray my house." Huh? Nope, you can't do that. They say, "Yeah, call me back when you got some money." I'm sorry, sir. We don't accept trade goods. We do accept cash, checks, or credit cards. Well, I'm shit out of luck. I got just enough cash to pay the phone bill, which is, when it's all said and done, going to be $25 after the auto pay deduction. Otherwise, it's $30. I'll tell you another smart guy there, Lemon Drop Kid, and that's Mr. Jeremy Hopper, a very intelligent individual that I have great amount of respect for. Man, he's got some mad skills, I guarantee you. Yeah, boy, right there on the front page of right there on the front at the top of my channel. There it is, live now because it's Wednesday, number 2. Yay! Let's see, channels I favor and suggest. Let's see here. Can't even see the whole list unless I click the customize channel button. I got the shuffle turned on so everybody gets some FaceTime on the channel. But there's so many channels that I really do like and that I visit on a regular basis that I had to turn on that shuffle, so you're not going to see the same channels list all the time. Everybody gets a little FaceTime on that list every time someone visits my channel. This page is loading slow. We got the Next Step Day Room. That's listed as number 1 because they were kind enough to tolerate me when I was homeless. Yes, I was homeless at one time for about 8.5 months. Next, we have Analytical Survival, Warrior Poet Society, Project Nemesis, a sister channel to, or brother channel to the Warrior Poet Society channel, hosted by Mr. John Lavelle. One of them there high-speed operators, by golly. Then we have Brent 0331, the master of camouflage. Survive smart with Snake. Rainier is his first name, I do believe. Anyway, there is Steve, USMC No Tolerance, Mario Mosen, Got Your Six, the official service dog registry prepper action, Tim Wells, Bow Hunter, Trigger the Boat, Skinny Medic, Thalia Photography. That is for the girls out there that like to carry concealed. Picture of a pistol inside a pink garter. Armed and Feminine, another channel for the ladies. Miss Battleborn. Oh my God, a girl with a gun. She's a girl with a lot of guns and a lot of skills. Toxic Threads, taking all those ugly things out of the dark and dragging them kicking and screaming into the light. We have Dr. Ken Berry Enliven, and then he's the ketogenic caveman diet doctor. We have a lot Enliven Wellness with Miss Tessa. Wound Educators, Dr. David Kennedy, DDS. He'll tell you all about fluoride and how bad it is for you. We have the Anti-Terrorist. If you want to find out some truth about some shit, go to the Anti-Terrorist channel. He'll tell you all about it. John, let's see, Sheena Leger. I pronounce it Leger because it is French, but it's spelled Leger. If you want some good Cajun music, you go to Jean and Sheena Leger's channel, and by golly. Then you got the Peachy Prepper. God rest her soul. Rest in peace, Peachy. We loved you. Might as well be one of the coolest cats on YouTube. Mac Daddy 1911A1 and Arms List Media. You want to find a firearm in your area, buy it, make a private sale, make a private purchase, check out Arms List Media. Chuck Connors, the Reptilian Hunter. Oiley's Humble Home, aka the Oily Prepper, and then the True Ray Smile. Last of all, but most certainly not least, a very sweet lady, always wanting to look on the bright side of things, she always greets everybody on every video with the same thing, with the same opening line. Good morning, YouTube friends and family. Good God, watching this lady's videos. She reminds me, she puts me in mind of my great aunt Clara. And Aunt Clara she was sweet until you made her angry. But the true Ray, she is just, she's wonderful. She's not put up any videos in a long time, but she does have a long list of videos to watch. And you just got to go there. The True Ray Smile. And check out those channels. Those people are all good. Now, if I did not mention your channel, then I apologize for that. But I've been working on that list, and they're not put up there in any particular order. I do add them and arrange them sometimes here and there, this way and that. But well, as long as that, as long as people can get to these channels and see them and view the content, it's all good with me. Well, how long we've been doing this thing? It's 12:30 a.m. My goodness, 3 hours. 3 hours. Holy schmoly. Well, it's just been 3 hours. I could sit here and talk till the sun comes up. No one's participating in the chat. You got 3 watching. I may as well just say goodnight to those 3 people. And I suppose I'll be up until sunrise because I did have a little dog nap earlier today. I say dog nap because I'm not a cat person. Cats are fine for pest control, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, I can just hear Bro Lance now. What do you mean, pest control? Cats are hunters. They're killers. They get out and kill and eat. What do you think they're doing when you let them out at night? If you let them out at night. So, for now, this here's the old mountain man signing off from the backside of this here lake in the hills of Arkansas, wishing y'all all the best. And just remember, when somebody starts screwing with you about prepping, ask them, why you got all that insurance on everything? Oh, boy. Mess, isn't it? The way some people behave. Y'all take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other because we are all we got in this world. And hopefully the lone wolf will survive with a little help from his friends. Unlike the lone wolf that gets his ass kicked by the new alpha and is sent off to die. We humans are not wolves. We have reasoning power. We can survive alone. It's difficult. And we sometimes need to do some trading, so we poke our heads out the woods. But like a coy dog, half coyote, half dog, we're going to go right back to the wild and leave the civilized folks alone. Y'all take care now. You hear?